Weapons introduced onto Me-110 and Me-410's attacking bomber formations in 1943 was derived from the rocket launchers used by the Army. The 210mm version was an unguided weapon and carried a 47-kilogram warhead to about 7,800 meters. Although the tubes affected the aerodynamics of both aircraft, increasing their drag and lowering their airspeed, this was deemed acceptable given their effectiveness in employing the rockets to break up US bomber formations. This then allowed the single-engined Me-109s and FW-190s to tear into the fray and shoot down the now less heavily protected B-17s and B-24s. Retaining the same bomb bay as the 210, the spacious compartment proved admirable for fitting of factory-supplied weapons containers. These permitted the type to carry an extra 2 20mm cannon in addition to the standard inbuilt armament. It also permitted the 410 to carry much heavier weapons. External ETC-50 shackles could also be fitted for the carriage of bombs. Armament comprised of 2 nose-mounted 20mm cannon and 2 7.92mm machine guns. The most interesting feature of the type's armament was carried over from the earlier Me-210 and employed 2 13mm MG-131 machine guns in remotely controlled barbettes mounted on the side of the fuselage just below the rear of the canopy. These 2 guns were controlled and fired by a complex movement and sighting mechanism used by the rear gunner. While Me-410s operated in conjunction with the 110s, they also flew destroyer sorties alone. A quick-thinking US bomber crewman snapped this shot of a 50mm cannon-armed 410 pulling away from his aircraft after it had made a firing pass. Film of the Me-410 is not extensive, and this sequence shows one returning to its base, the pilot waggling his wings to show that he's scored a victory. This particular variant is a 410A2R2. 2 30mm cannons have been mounted in the bomb bay to give the plane extra firepower. As soon as the plane has stopped, the ground crew, or black men as they were nicknamed because of the colour of their overalls, first congratulate the pilot and gunner, then set to work to get the aircraft ready for its next sortie.